Hi there, I'm Kelly McDonald, host of Kelly and Company on AMI Audio, also available as a podcast or from AMI.ca. I'd like to share a story with you. I'm an actor. I love to play around with it on a community theater level. And I had a moment where I really had to stop and evaluate myself and my decisions, especially regarding my blindness and being a black man. So I had an amazing opportunity more than 20 years ago. I had just started to get involved in theater in London. I had been in another show, and the director saw me in this show, and he said, wow, okay, I could use this guy. It wasn't because I was so amazing and great, but quite frankly, it was because the role that he wanted me for was for a reverend who's black. So Jeff, when he approached me and asked me to be in this production, I was absolutely blown away. This play was called Her Worship, and it was based on a former mayor of London who was very Christian and had her own values and views of what should be and shouldn't, including not giving a proclamation to the LGBTQ community for some pride events that were going on. He knew that this play was going to get lots of buzz and a lot of people out to see this show. So Peter Deveretz, the writer, asked the director, Jeff, hey, think Kelly would mind if we also rolled into the story his blindness? Then you're getting a bit of the disability component. I don't know. Now, one would ask why. And I knew it was because all my life, I strive to be a person. Not a blind person first, a person. Now, you have to remember, this is a person who went to broadcast school, wanted to get a job at a commercial radio station, wanted to get it on my merits, started doing community theater and acting, did not want to be viewed as that blind guy. You know, you don't want to be typecast. You don't want to be handed something that you feel, well, maybe I'm being given it because, or do I always have to incorporate my blindness into this? Well, it dawned on me when I was asked that I had no issue with playing the part as a black man. I was delighted, thought, what can I bring to this, in the representation of the black community? But I did hesitate in accepting that one change. Okay, the big guy, the black guy seemed to be okay. The blind, why was I balking at that? The blindness thing is always there, whether it's my movement across the stage, facial expressions, hand movements, whatever it might be, it's taken into account for most things I do, but I try not to let that limit what I do in life or define me. And I guess it makes you feel like you've achieved something if you can look like that sighted character you're trying to play, where an audience member doesn't see the blindness first. Is there anything wrong with being low vision or blind? Absolutely not. But for some reason, because that's my everyday, it's the one thing you want to lose when doing your theater role, playing a character. In other words, playing Let's Pretend. No different than when I was 10 or 12 years old saying that, hey, I'm Richard Petty on my bicycle racing my race car. I had to remind myself that is why we do theater, to bring life to a role and to make ourselves better. The importance of doing a show like this on the level of people seeing me out there and to keep doing it because it's in your blood. And I really had to ask myself, do I want to be that guy that is more interested in, oh, well, everyone's going to cast me as a blind person from now on. I guess that's all I'll get. I had to realize I'm being cast as an actor, and that control over what parts I do, what I take, is really up to me. There is nothing wrong with being low vision or blind, nothing to be ashamed of. And I don't want to ever send that message, especially when it's in my best interest to take the part, take the job, then get a chance to show what I can do. At the time of Her Worship, I needed that lesson to make me stop and say, well, what are you doing? You know this doesn't define you. This is a choice role that anyone would want to play, including a sighted person if they had to pose as a blind person.
Tune into Kelly and Company for more insights and discussions about the issues that matter to you. Weekdays at 2 p.m. Eastern on AMI Audio.